The turning point of Chinedu. The streets of Port Harcourt never truly slept. At night, the hum of generators blended with the cries of hawkers still selling roasted plantain, their voices sharp against the thick, humid air. In the midst of all this noise and color lived Chinedu, a boy whose dreams were too big for the small, struggling world around him. He wanted to be more than just another boy kicking a worn-out football across dusty grounds. But lately, even dreams felt heavy. His father's fishing boat, once their lifeline, had cracked under years of use, and it now lay abandoned on the riverside like a broken shell. His mother's small stall by the roadside stood almost bare, with only a few gary bags and dry fish left to sell. Chinedu often wondered if life in Port Harcourt would ever change for his family. One evening, as the sky turned the color of palm oil and the mangroves cast long shadows on the river, he wandered to the water's edge. The river moved slowly that night, its surface glinting like molten bronze under the sinking sun. There, he saw him, a fisherman, old as the river itself, sitting quietly in a small canoe. His beard was as white as a goosey foam, and his eyes glowed with the calm of someone who had seen many storms. "Why do you wear such a heavy face, boy?" the man asked, his voice deep and slow, carrying across the water. Chinedu hesitated, but the words stumbled out of him. "Because we have nothing. My father's boat is broken, my mother's stall is empty, and my dreams feel too far away." The old man's lips curled into a small smile, though his eyes remained sharp, steady. "Do you not know?" he said softly. "The river teaches more than it takes. Life is a tide, sometimes low, sometimes high. But it always turns. The secret is never to throw away your paddle." From his canoe, the fisherman lifted a small carved paddle. Its surface gleamed as if polished by countless hands, and strange patterns danced along its edges, old as the stories passed from mouth to mouth. He held it out. "Take this. Tell your father the river has not abandoned him. Work together, and your boat will sail again." Before Chinedu could speak, a sudden breeze rippled across the river, and when he looked up, the fisherman was gone. Only the paddle remained, warm and solid in his hands. That night, he showed it to his father. At first, the old man frowned, weary from disappointment and broken promises. But when his hands touched the paddle, something shifted. Hope. Determination. Together, under the flicker of a kerosene lamp, father and son walked. Hammering, sealing, tying with ropes. The boat that had been nothing but wreckage slowly began to breathe again. By dawn, the boat floated steady on the river. They went fishing that morning. Chinedu's heart pounded as the net sank into the depths. For hours, silence. But then, the pull came. Strong. Heavy. The net rose, bulging with silver fish that shimmered like stars. Basket after basket, the boat filled until Chinedu laughed aloud, the sound echoing across the water. At the market, his mother sold every fish. The women clapped their hands in delight, and neighbors marveled at the sudden blessing. From that day, everything changed. The family never went hungry again, and Chinedu carried the lesson of that night deep inside him. That the darkest hours can give birth to the brightest mornings. That the river always turns, if you do not give up. And sometimes, he still dreamed of the old fisherman. Was he real? Or was he the river itself, speaking through a stranger? Whatever the truth, Chinedu knew this much: fortune favors the patient heart, and the tide always carries a turning point.